Good morning. Welcome to Read with the Cows Moo Crew here at New Day Dairy. We are so glad that you have joined us this week. This week we want to say a special welcome and hello to some of our newest members here of the Moo Crew. We want to say hi to Kaylee and Emily and Wyatt. So thank you so much for joining us at the Moo Crew. And we're excited that you are going to read with the cows here with us today. If you caught earlier this week, we had #DairymanDan sing us a song, and we're going to sing that today and all month long on Read with the Cows. And our friend Jess Peters, who is a dairy farmer in Pennsylvania, is who originally wrote that. And she has a whole book full of fun nursery rhymes that have been kind of switched a little bit to go with cows and dairy farming. So we are going to read that or sing that song this morning before we get into our two books, okay? So join me if you know it. Moo, moo, milk cow, have you any milk? Yes, Dan, if it wasn't spilt. Some to make butter, some to make cheese, some to make ice cream, chocolate, if you please. Moo, moo, milk cow, have you any milk? Yes, Dan, if it wasn't spilt. Wonderful. We have two books that we're going to read today. One is actually based on some nursery rhymes, and then another one is just a super fun book, and there's hardly any words in it. So we will get started here with our book called And the Dish Ran Away with the Spoon. Hey diddle diddle, the cat in the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. So you've probably heard that one before, right? Everybody up! They didn't come back! Oh no, cat's trying to get dog and cow up. Cow opened one eye. What do you mean they didn't come back? Dish and spoon always come back. Not this time, said Cat. Look, they're gone for good. History, adios. Now leave them alone and they'll come home, mumbled Dog. Now leave me alone. Can't you see I'm dog tired? You're tired, said Cow. Ever tried jumping over the moon? Well, whoop-de-woo to you, said Dog. Why do we need dish and spoon anyway? We just do, said Cat. It's the way our rhyme goes. I fiddle, she jumps, you laugh, and they run. Then they come back so we can do it again the next time. Without dish and spoon, there's no rhyme. No more diddle diddle. It's over. Why don't we just change their part, Dog growled. Cow yawned. We could end it, and the cow took a nap until noon. Or maybe, and the little dog bit a baboon, Dog smirked. Stop fiddling around, Cat demanded. We don't have much time. You know our rhyme gets read every night, and it can't be read without dish and spoon. We have to find them now. Cow slowly got up. Don't have a cow, Cat. I'm coming. Doggone it, muttered Dog. I guess I'm coming too. So off went the three with a hey diddle dee by the light of the silvery moon. The cat with his fiddle, the cow and the dog, to bring back the dish and the spoon. Soon they came to a fork in the road. Excuse me, Fork, we're in a jam, said Cat. Dish and spoon ran away, and our rhyme can't be read without them. Can you help us? Fork thought for a moment. Let's see. A couple of lost sheep wandered by. 24 blackbirds flew over. Oh, yes, I remember seeing a dish with little flowers on it and a long, skinny spoon. In fact, they looked kind of familiar. I think we're from the same place setting. Cut the blah, blah, blah and get to the point, said Doc. Which way did they go? Fork glared. You sure are a grumpy little dog. They could have gone any direction. North, south, east, west. Northeast, northwest, west, east. There is no west, east, interrupted Cat. I'm confused. Maybe you could draw us a map. I'll take a stab at it, said Fork. And here's the map. Got Little Miss Muffet's house. Little Boy Blue is down here. Wolf's house is in the deep, dark forest. A house that Jack built. The Three Bears' house, Humpty Dumpty's wall. and the beanstalk way over there. We'll see where they go. Which way should we go? Asked Cat. The 3 little bears live 1 mile east, and Little Boy Blue's haystack is 1 mile west. 3 bears, said Cow. They say Mama Bear's bed is really soft. Fork looked worried. I wouldn't go there. The bears don't like visitors just dropping by. Well, then it's off to the haystack, cried Cat. With a blow of a horn and the cow in the corn, the 3 headed off to the west. The cranky old dog and the fiddling cat and the cow who just wanted to rest. Here he is, yelled Cat. He's under this haystack, fast asleep. Wake up, lazy little boy, barked Dog. Shh, he looks so peaceful, whispered Cow. I think I'll hit the hay too. There's no time for a nap, warned Cat. Search this haystack. Achoo! Dog sneezed. The haystack was gone. Well, no dish and spoon in there, said Cow. Little Boy Blue rubbed his eyes. Hey, where did my haystack go? Sorry, Dog has hay fever, Cat replied. We're in a pickle. Dish and spoon ran away, and our ride can't be read without them. Can you help us? That's nothing to sneeze at, Little Boy Blue stretched, but I've been asleep. I can't even find my cows and sheep. And where's that horn? We're barking up the wrong tree, Dog grumbled. Let's go north and see little Miss Muffet. With a curd and a whey and a dickory day, they set out for Miss Muffet's place. The cat with the fiddle, the cow who could jump, and the dog with a scowl on her face. A big creepy spider sat on a tuffet. May I help you? We're in a mess, said Cat. Dish and spoon ran away. Yeah, Spider interrupted. I have the same problem with Muffet. I try to be nice and get to know her, even sit down beside her, and then, gone, every time. But Muffet always comes back, right, said Cow. This time, Dish and Spoon didn't come back. Are they here? The only dishes here are the ones in the sink. Were your friends clean or dirty? Spider asked. Well, they were clean when they left, Dog said, but who knows what they look like now. Cat rummaged through the sink. I don't see them. Now what? Spider grinned. Why don't you try Wolf's house? It's about a mile east of here. You mean the big bad wolf? Said Cow. Oh, he's not big and bad all the time, said Spider. Why, Wolf is very kind to strangers. I bet he's having some for lunch right now. With a huff and a puff and a diddly duff by the hair of their chinny chin chins, the cow and the dog and the cat traveled east to where the dark forest begins. No bones about it, whispered Dog. It's dark in this neck of the woods. Cow stopped. Why don't you two just go on ahead? I'll wait right here. Don't be a chicken, said Cat. I'm not a chicken, I'm a cow. Well, then get a move on, Cat ordered. They crept deeper and deeper into the forest. Look, whispered Cat. There's Wolf's house. I'm looking, Cow stammered. It looks pretty big and bad to me. Dog marched ahead. Come on, I bet his bark is worse than his bite. Wolf opened the door. Hello, my little morsels. Come in and join me for lunch. We're in a predicament, said Cat bravely. Dish and Spoon ran away, and our rhyme can't be read without them. Can you help us? Of course I can. Wolf licked his chops. But you three look so tired. I have a nice tub of hot bubbling water over the fire. First I can rub-a-dub-dub you down with a little seasoning. No, I mean bath oil. Then Dog spotted it on the floor, a tiny chip of floured china. Our friends, she gasped. What have you done with our friends? Wolf grabbed her. Come on, you dirty dog. It's time to get into the tub. I'm just in the mood for a tasty dog treat. I'm not tasty, pleaded Dog. I'm grumpy and tough. Wolf held Dog over the pot of boiling water. Then you'll taste just like my mama's cooking. Cow screamed, let that little dog go. But of course I'll let her go, right into the pot. Wolf laughed. Just then, Cat had an idea. He put his fiddle under his chin and began to play a soft and tender lullaby. Wolf stopped and he turned his head. My mama, she used to sing that song to me every night before I went to sleep. Wolf cradled dog in his arms and crooned, "Rock-a-bye, Wolfie, in your big bed." Wolf lay down on the floor. His big eyes closed and his big ears flopped. The big bad wolf was fast asleep. The dog wriggled free and they all tiptoed past Wolf and then bolted out of the door and down the path. "Phew," Cow sighed. "That was a close shave." "We're not out of the woods yet," panted Dog. Suddenly a voice boomed in the distance. "Fee, fi, fo, fish. I smell the blood of a spoon in a dish." Cat, Dog, and Cow froze. "The voice is coming from the east," said Cow. "It sounds like the giant," cried Dog. "Dish and spoon must be at the beanstalk." Cat grabbed the map from the cow. "Oh no, the beanstalk, look how far away it is." "I can help," said Cow. "Hop on, I'll get us there in a flash." With a fee and a fum and a twiddle-dee-dum, the cow jumped high in the air. Over the forest and the meadows they flew, and lickety-split, they were there. Cow, cat, and dog landed at the foot of the beanstalk. "Help!" came a cry from above. "We're falling down, falling down, falling down." Crash! Boing! At last they had found Dish and Spoon. Cat rushed over. "Spoon, Spoon, are you all right?" I think so," said Spoon, but where's Dish?" "She's over here," said Cow. "And she's over here," said Dog. "And she's over here too," said Cat. "Oh no," cried Spoon, "she's everywhere." As they picked up the broken pieces, Spoon sobbed, "Wolf chased us up the beanstalk, and the giant chased us down the beanstalk, and we slipped. We didn't mean to run away. Each time our rhyme was read, we went a little farther, and this time we went too far and got lost. It was scary." "Look, Dish is trying to say something," said Cow. "Quick, put her mouthpieces together." "I want to go home," whispered Dish. With a dish and a sack, they all headed back, and hardly a sentence was spoken. The cat, the dog, the cow, and the spoon. Their friend and their hearts were broken. "Now what are we going to do?" Cat moaned as they traveled south towards home. "This is really the end, the final curtain. Dish is nothing but a pile of chips. Our rhyme is over forever." Dog stopped in her tracks. "Look, Humpty's wall. He falls apart every day, and somebody has to put him back together. Let's go find out who." And they raced toward the wall. Dog spotted a sign on a nearby tree. "Jack's Repair Shop. You blew it, I glue it." Inside Jack's shop, the floor was covered with eggshells, broken beds and chairs, snipped off noses, and sticks and straw. "What's the problem?" asked Jack, gluing a tail on a mouse. "Dish went to pieces. Our rhyme has fallen apart. Can you help us?" Cat asked sadly. "Well, I am a jack of all trades, and I'm nimble and quick, too." Jack took the sack. "But this looks bad, really bad. I'll see what I can do." They paced up and down with a fiddle-dee frown. Spoon, little dog, cat, and cow. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't help anyone now. At last Jack returned, and Dish was right behind him. "It was tough, but I stuck with it." "See, Dish is just as good as new," said Jack. "Well, except for the missing piece." "You mean this piece?" said Dog, holding out the chip of a flowered china. "You found it," cried Dish. "It chipped off when I was running from Wolf. I crashed into that big pot." Jack glued the chip in place. "Hooray! Dish is back together, and so are we." Everyone cheered as they rushed outside. Dish smiled at Dog. "I'm a full plate thanks to you." "When the chips are down, you can count on me," Dog chuckled. "Hey guys, did you hear that? I cracked a joke." Dish began to laugh, then Spoon, then Cow, and then Cat, and then Dog threw her head back and laughed louder than anyone else. "Who would have believed it?" said Cow. Dog really laughed. "And Cat played the fiddle and saved us from Wolf," added Dog. "And Cow got us to the beanstalk by jumping higher than ever," said Cat. "Speaking of jumping, we better go. It's almost time." And in the winking and blinking of an eye, they were back home. "Quick! Places, everyone!" yelled Cat. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish stayed at home with the spoon. Wonderful. So this is a really fun book all about all the fun nursery rhymes that we have. Did you spot some of them in there? So this week we are going to have a craft that we are going to post that you can do that has to do with the cow jumping over the moon. Okay? I don't think any of our cows have ever jumped over the moon. Sometimes they get a little feisty and we'll kind of do a little jump every few weeks, but most of the time they're pretty calm. Our next book is called Moo, and it is a very fun book, but there's not very many words. I think, in fact, that if I could train the cows behind me, they might be able to read this book to you. But I'll do it instead today, and maybe by like next year we'll have them trained to read it to you.
Moo, moo, moo. Sometimes I do.
Moo!
Moo.
And you'll want to make sure to look very closely at the pictures since there aren't very many words in this book. Moo! Moo? See what it says over here. It says car for sale. She's looking over there. Moo! She's heading over to the car. Moo! Uh-oh. Moo! Oh no, where's she gonna go? Moo! Moo! Uh-oh. Look at, she's crashing on top of something. There. Uh-oh. It says police. She crashed on top of the police car. Moo moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo moo. Moo moo moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo 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 moo. Uh-oh. Who's there? Don't think the farmer's very happy. Moo? Uh-oh. That cow stole the farmer's car and took a ride on it. You know what? When our cows moo, and they actually don't moo very often, that's something that a lot of people will ask us, is we don't hear the cows moo very often. And they don't moo very often. But when they do, usually it's because they're kind of in distress. So maybe they're having a baby, and that can be tricky sometimes, or they're a little excited and are ready to get pregnant, or maybe there's something else that's bothering them. But we have to kind of interpret, Farmer Dan has to interpret and figure out, kind of like when a baby is crying, what exactly is wrong and what is the cow saying. But for the most part, they don't actually moo very often. So they're pretty content to just be eaten and hanging out here in the barn. But it's fun to imagine what the cows would say if they could talk to us, isn't it? So we're going to end today again with our song to help us remember our new song that we're learning this month. Okay, so join with me again, okay? Moo, moo, milk cow, have you any milk? Yes, Dan, if it wasn't spilt. Some to make butter, some to make cheese, some to make ice cream, chocolate if you please. Moo, moo, milk cow, have you any milk? Yes, Dan, if it wasn't spilt. Wonderful. Thank you for joining us this week for Read with the Cows here in the Moo Crew, and be watching this week for our craft project that we will be posting and some other fun things. And we'll see you again here next Friday at 9 a.m. live for Read with the Cows here at New Day Dairy.